Hi, welcome to my video on graphing by transformations, and this video is on vertical stretch. Vertical stretch is denoted by VS, vertical stretch, and the mapping notation for vertical stretch is if vertical is on the Y, so it's an X A times Y. So the Y value is doubled or tripled or half, etc., etc. So Y equals the absolute value is A times the absolute value of X. A is the slope, and A is positive on one side and is negative on the other side. Because the absolute value graph, basic one, is Y equals the absolute value of X, so the Y values are A times what they are on the parent or basic equation. So let's do some examples. Y equals the absolute value of X. Well, the table of values we use is 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. This is the table of values I use. The absolute value of 2 is 2. The absolute value of 1 is 1. 0, the absolute value of 0 is 0. Negative 1, the absolute value of negative 1 change always positive, so it's 1. And the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. Remember, when it's negative, you do the opposite operation. You go negative of a negative is positive. So let's look at Y equals 2 absolute value of X. Y, the mapping rule is X, Y is mapped to. X is mapped to Y. So the A is 2 into this equation. A is 2. So if we look at, and we want to use the red, I'm going to use the red to indicate the mapping rule here. So let's use X and Y. So if I use a 2, a 1, a 0, negative 1, negative 2, so notice X and X, the X's are not changed. So we put a 2 in here. The absolute value of 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. We take the 1, sub it in. The absolute value of 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Take the 0 and sub it in. The absolute value of 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Take the negative 1 and sub it in. The absolute value of negative 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. And the negative 2, the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So let's do the graph of the basic. 2, 2, X is 2, Y is 2. X is 1, Y is 1. X is 0, Y is 0. X is negative 1, Y is 1. X is negative 1, Y is 1. X is negative 2, Y is 2. X is negative 2, Y is 2. And notice the basic equation is Y equals the absolute value of X, and the graph is a V shape like this, and the points go on and on. And so notice in this basic equation, this is the basic graph. The vertex is 0, 0. The domain of the absolute value is X belongs to real numbers. The domain is the set of real numbers for X, but the range is the Y value. Since the vertex is 0, the Y value starts at 0, and this graph is going up, so Y is greater than or equal to 0 for this graph. But when we do the A, when A is 2, then we have to graph these. So 2, 2, X is 2, Y is 4, so that's approximately right there. x is 1, y is 2, x is 1, y is 2, x is 0, y is 0, right here. X is negative 1, y is 2, x is negative 1, y is 2, and x is negative 2, y is 4, x is negative 2, y is 4, and again, very similar, but the only difference is because the y value is doubled, is 2 times. There's the graph. Notice now that the vertex is still 0, 0. The domain is still x belongs to the real numbers, and the range is y is greater than or equal to 0. But the only difference is that here, right here, a is 1. So the slope is 1, which is 1 over 1. So if you go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, the slope is 1. But notice that one side is positive slope, upwards to the right, and this side is a negative slope. So the slope is, you go up 1 to the left, up 1 to the left. This one you go up 1, 1 right. This one you go up 1, 1 left. So that's a positive slope, and that's a negative slope. So this is the same here, but because, notice that a is 2, right here, a is 2, that means it's the slope, if I can spell right, the slope is 2, which is 2 over 1. So the slope is from the vertex, you go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. So that's a positive slope, and the other side should be negative. So you go up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1. So this a is 2, so the slope is 2, which means the slope is 2 over 1. And that's the vertical stretch. The y values are twice as high. Notice the y value here is 1, the y value here is 2. So the y values are twice as high as the initial or the basic equation. So the slope is 2. So that's the vertical stretch. So the vertical stretch is a times y, a, whatever a is. And if you like my video, click the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Visit my website, www.mathsfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content that's on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye.